The last film of the evening was a very serious drama about a family that's going through a big loss. It's about grief and longing.
Oh my God! That's not him and just tumbled over. He's dead because of Shara. Susan, what are you doing? You can't drink Frosty.
Wait, I'm married to you, Susie, in this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
How you doing?
It's been a while.
Stephanie, I see you're sober. What's wrong? She never drinks.
I have to be presentable.
Presentable. We're the ones drinking on set. She's the only one sober, and she plays the drunk one. Lisa, this is your brainchild.
Yeah.
Woo!
So you wrote both scripts.
Based on a true story.
Yeah. How did this
True
happen
story.
in your brain? What happened?
Well, one Christmas dinner, my mom had literally the plastic snowman right beside the table. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Oh, that'd be a good movie.
Really?
And it was.
Wow.
Recently just won an award too for the first one. It's for the most original story.
Was it absurd?
Absurd.
Yeah. It just goes to show when you just have like the actors, the characters themselves. The strength of this lies in the acting and who we are. There was no acting involved. We're just playing ourselves, and that's what's beautiful about it. Those two young ones, they're just really at each other's throats.
They're so good.
Oh my God, they're horrible.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
it was
are.
very natural.
It was very natural. You just said and action, and they're just yelling at each other. I'm like, dude, you have unresolved issues.
Personal.
I like the part when they're like, "You're ugly." When she ran out of insults, "You're ugly." I'm like, okay.
Said I was better than the choir boy.
I wondered how you got fruitcake to like sit so still when
Pretty chill, yeah.
because when you talked to her, she was reacting though.
That's fruitcake. She's like that in real life.
Yeah, but she just sits so still.
But when I said better than the choir boy, she was looking at me the whole time, and then she just naturally turned her head and shook her head.
Turn towards the camera.
She was actually the hardest actor on set.
Yeah, was she very demanding?
Director, very demanding.
And a follow-up question, like, how did you plan that scene in the background where she runs when everybody's looking?
No, I just love doing it.
Oh, it was so perfect. It was perfect. Really
And
perfect.
at the end, because there was a lot of laughter at the end, is Allegra, she was like, "Mom, I hope we find her," and you hear fruitcake.
I love it so much.
She kept taking. I have a dish of like ornaments on my table. She kept scooping them out.
Of course.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was such a frenetic energy. I'm like,
Frenetic.
how long did it take you to block
3 days.
that?
No.
Well, Vincent, poor Vincent, I wrote a script and there was a lot of improv too.
There was a lot of
as you can
improv.
imagine.
Everyone was
So-
speaking over each other's lines. It was hard to edit, but I had to make
Yeah,
it.
but he made the magic happen.
It was just random shooting of random stuff. I didn't know what was gonna happen because most of it was improv. And she's like, and the plastic goes ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. And I'm trying not to lose my shit. I'm holding the camera like, ah.
That's not acceptable forms of payment.
Obviously, the characters are all very like actor-centric, but if you guys were to switch roles with anyone in the crew,
Good question.
Best question of the evening. Wow.
Lisa would play me.
I play Auntie Susie.
Yeah, because she likes sex too.
You're a well-defined character. You're drunk and curvy. It's brilliant. And your character Susie is kind of like awkward and trying to like keep the peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to follow rules,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
always go over the top.
That's not a form of payment.
I think I'd play Frosty because I've already got the carrot.
Well, to answer Ben's question, who would you play?
Who would I play?
Who would you play if you had to switch?
I think I could play a real bitchy teenager. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me to go and I'll just fire
They're
off.
like
just tap into my youth.
It came across well. Says.
It really did.
Yeah.
She just won't take her estrogen that day.
No.
I will take it now.
Ooh.
A jar of water that I love and you murdered! Oh, come on! You pushed him off the table!
Snowman, get over it. This is
I don't have a cat. I have a dead boyfriend. I didn't cause anything.
It's so funny.
You're ugly.
Yeah, I'm just curious. You guys seem so close. And
and like you're.
We all dated. We're all Mormons.
Yeah. Well, okay, well not answered. Like, have you known each other for a long time? Like, how did you meet? Like, through film or?
Well, once you,
Swing
I
is
think
party.
once you get to a certain age, you don't really care much, and you just kind of just are yourself.
Yeah, I know that.
You don't have any.
I'm there.
I think we met.
We've known each other for a few
We
years.
met Susie at Kino.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago, and Stephanie, we go like 15 years way back, and Lisa 15 years as well.
And were you filmmakers way back then? Or?
I was a travel agent.
Yeah, I was
Really.
just starting myself. Yeah, Stephanie as well as a filmmaker, and Lisa as a filmmaker as well.
So that's the connection.
Yeah.
That's the stuff when you're like singing and you're running things.
Oh my God.
I love that.
Wonderful Wizard of Wine.
Oh, thank you. All four of us, we do a lot of equally do a lot of drama, a lot of heavy drama.
I have a question.
Yeah. I was just pointing the camera at people and seeing what happens.
Tripods were involved.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a good Dutch
Oh, thank
They're
you.
very
Thank you.
good.
It was a tough one to film. There was no storyboarding, no shot list. It was just this. You're speaking. I'm gonna follow you this time as best I can. Oh, you're moving. You're standing up. Okay. Oh, you're sitting down. Okay. Hold on. Wait. I'm following you now. It was very chaotic.
So good though.
Oh, you did a hootenanny. I just like that word. And that's a fun word.
We made it to the hootenanny.
The hootenanny.
Hoot nanny.
That was so cheeky. I love it. I love it. So, what? So you had like, were you filming with your? What? Oh, of course. Yeah, nanny team. So were you filming this with your phone?
Yeah, it was with my phone and with the GoPro.
On the
That
canoes and
stopped
stuff?
working after a little bit, so
GoPros.
it just became a time-lapse camera.
Oh, I love the GoPros.
Well, I made about halfway paddling.
You ever afraid you're just gonna drop it in the water and then
No, that's the point of the GoPro is to
It's water. The GoPro is water.
let go of that fear and just film.
Yeah,
anything,
but then it sinks and you
everywhere.
have to dive to go grab it. You never know. Huh? So this was you just filmed an outing. It was.
Yeah, so it was the hill, no.
Not just an outing. It was the hootenanny.
Which is a party my friend throws on the Hill Island, which is in Gananoque, and he's done it for a few years, and he had a houseboat the previous year, and he didn't get the houseboat this year, so I was like, I'll build us a houseboat. I got this. We needed somewhere to sleep. There was no room on the boat after 3 musicians and all the musical equipment. And Jules and I and our co-pilot Herbert, the frog, needed a place to sleep, so we built our own boat and sailed her out there.
Herbert, are you French Canadian by any chance?
I am.
What is it with French Canadian people and frogs? Yeah. No, not like that. Not in that sense. It's a thing about French Canadians and frogs in their washrooms.
Because it reminds you of family.
Hey, Ribbit, listen.
Who came up with the canoe-to-moran? It's just an awesome. What they used to.
Canoe-moran.
Oh, canoe-moran. That's it. Sorry, but I heard it and I just went, oh, that's such a brilliant kind of concept.
I've seen it done a few times, mostly with straight plywood, and it ends up being very rigid and hard. So I made it with a scrim material, and we sewed strips and slats of wood into that to create a kind of wooden hammock that fit perfectly.
Well, as somebody who's never seen that before, I just thought that was really clever.
Yep.
You seem like fun people to go canoe camping with.
Yeah.
We should make, let's go to Olivia.
How was Herbert's first time on the water?
Yeah.
How was it his first
Herbert had an amazing time. Everybody loves Herbert no matter where he goes. And yeah, he was the star of the Canoe-moran, and we couldn't have done it without him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would love to meet her.
I heard he said.
Yes, you would.
A little bit of whiskey. We managed to break three struts.
It reminded me like a bunch of surfer dudes, Canadian style.
Yes!
Good old boys.
U.S. summer.
And you really,
Summer.
and you really caught that vibe really well. Just like the shooting on your phone, camera's shaking, you guys are cracking jokes.
Oh, I love
so
it.
I think it was really an intentional extension of your personality.
Absolutely. We felt we were there with you. Are you ready for this? Canute Nanny.
Canute Nanny.
Oh my God!
So that's the sequel.
Thank you for feeling that, because that's the kind of thing that I would like to film, is that adventure style. I've been very inspired by the Banff Film Festival. I've been a whitewater rafting guide for a long time, so love taking people on adventures.
Yeah.
And it was such an honor to take all you on an adventure with me.
Look at all these questions. Okay, Stephanie, you had a question.
I just wondered if you ever thought about putting a motor on that thing.
We did.
We almost did.
We were sitting in line at Home Hardware with the motor, being like, "Is this too much?
No!
Is this?"
Never. And then I think we realized we needed to get a battery and hook it up. And being on the water, we were like, and the canoe, it was just not worth the risk. But next year we'll get like a waterproof case.
Yeah.
You know, we're thinking about it.
So there's going to be another film about the Hootenanny.
Hootenanny 2.0.
Yeah, Canute Nanny.
I'm a firm believer too. Is as long as you have a paddle and a dream, you can get anywhere.
Why the feet? Why were the feet like?
Okay, to be fair, that was my husband's idea. I had already done most of the editing, and he's like, "You need to censor those feet."
Censor them.
For the foot perv.
Bunch of pervs. So is there an uncensored version? What?
Take it, How much you want? How much you want for it?
Nice. Only
That's
feet.
an excellent answer.
So, how did this come about? Were you really repairing the thing, or?
Well, I mean, destruction for the sake of art, right?
Yes.
Delaney?
Wow.
No. Genuinely, I did have a couple of holes in the ceiling from my heat pump that was installed, which we pretty much got for free. Thank you, Greener Homes Grant. Anyway, so there were two in that same bathroom. And the other one, which I did not film at all, I actually ended up having to redo because I forgot to put a cutout for the, there was a shutoff valve in there.
Oh.
So that face at the
So
very
it was
end.
a true story, kind of. Why?
But that was legit. I was actually repairing it.
That's so cool because you took this opportunity to write like a little script around it. So,
Yes.
You know, it's like,
And a home repair tutorial.
And a home repair tutorial.
Good job.
It was funny. It had a really good reaction
Yes.
for the whole thing. I know you should be proud. This is your first, right?
This is my first of my own.
Want to see more? More.
You got a pretty wicked sense of humor. You got to do more now.
Thank you. I mean, the creative juices just don't flow that fast anymore. I'm getting old.
No.
38, 39 is, yeah.
Your check is in the mail.
Yeah.
So you filmed this yourself. What was the what were your big challenges with that?
Yes.
What were your strategies to get around that?
Oh, well, not knowing what it looks like. Like the first setup, just to make sure I got that shot into the ceiling. Because it's awkward to be shooting when you've got a camera up here and like, can you see it? So that first shot took several tries to try to get it right. So delete this. And then once I had that set up, don't touch it.
Yeah.
So I think I had that tripod sitting there for months. Thankfully, we don't use that bathroom. Yeah, because don't touch it because it's in the spot you need it to be. But a lot of the rest of it, it's a one-shot go. Like, I'm not going to take off this mud. I'm not taking off this tape. If it looks bad, too bad.
Yeah.
Photos with the it was the Moonlight Sonata. That was the first piece of piano I've ever played as a child. Okay, it's it got me super emo in the back there. So why this film?
It comes from several different little ideas rolling in the background in the back of my head. One thing, I inherited all my parents' photo albums, and I compiled a lot of photos of myself because, well, I'm 70 and my family's genetic lifespan is about 75. So I'll just do a whole lot of work for the person that's going to do my party later on. That, and I really like old photos, and I thought, well, I have that material. And then Vincent comes out a month ago and says, the theme next month is children. And boom, all the lights came on. Okay, I'm making a film.
There you go.
So throw them all together in about a day and a half there, and ta-da, there you go. You'll see the boy with the blonde hair and fair, that's me. Or the pictures of families with the woman in the back corner, tall, slender woman holding a little boy, that's me.
Alright. You're the tall, slender woman?
That's what I was gonna say.
I was looking for parents and kids. You know, whether they're fur and the fur babies are pets of ours. So, you know, in a way they're our kids. You know, you have these attachments or whatever, and the moose from Newfoundland, we went down there for a week and a half. So you're going to see all these moose. We saw 2.5 moose in the whole time we were there, and the half was as it was walking into the bush.
So this was part of Stevenson Pass's acting class series on Waterfront Studios. So this was actually the final test for the acting students for their week 4 rehearsal.
Not even in the slightest, no.
Well, I did, and an actress, and a judge, but mainly a career counselor. I could totally do this.
Every month this series runs, and it's 4 classes, and so this was the 4th class, and we shot the scene after these actors had been rehearsing for 3 weeks. Yeah. And this was the result. And Angie's here, and she's
oh, hello. And that's wonderful, and they can use it for like their demo reels and stuff.
That's right. She's a really shy person in real life.
Very shy.
You know, so this was like a good breakthrough for her. Actually, just being on stage is a great show for her.
Oh, it's wonderful. This is it's a very welcoming and nurturing.
I'm very shy, but I like the mic.
Yeah.
You're too timid. Because you're being weird. What? You don't think bankers behave this way?
So this kind of like a way to bridge the gap with, for me, I'm always like, you know, some actors are shy and don't know how to meet directors, don't know how to go to events and say, so they come to class, they love it, they have their family and their little tribe. And then so I throw in I start inviting in directors just so they can see these actors and kind of interact and direct them in their next project, their final project, their performance of the month. And at the end of the day, it's like also gives them, gives them a reel. Yeah, especially if you're an actor who doesn't know how to get around, doesn't have a reel. It kind of gives them a reel, and then it gets them experience with another director, and that director likes the actor, and then they might collab later on, and then
it's like networking is great.
Yeah.
So, don't be shy. Just imagine everyone naked. Hey, Stephanie.
Or don't.
You well know, Stephanie.
5 people worked really hard to do everything to make that happen, and I'm very proud of what everybody did.
Oh, you got a really good reaction.
Are you sure about this?
We've been over this. Every conceivable outcome. This is the only way.
Making horror is not easy because you have to really calculate the tone and the mood and be consistent all the way through. So yeah, it did pretty well, I think. Where did you film this?
We filmed this at Sarah's place. Your place was in 2 films tonight.
Yeah.
And Francis, you filmed this?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
It's not perfect, but it's my best camera.
Oh, it's wonderful. We miss your films. You used to make a film every month for Kino. What's going on?
You know, I just having difficulty.
Get back on board, make a film.
Actually, the reason it took so long with this is I had the editing on my end, and I just let it sit there for a while.
Oh.
I'm just having trouble being creative.
Yeah, well, you reach out to me, I'll give you a million ideas. Cool, we'll figure it out.
All the music in the background was all his music. It was just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's remarkable. So what do you compose the music on? It's like you record actual instruments, or do you?
Oh God, no.
No.
You think I have access to an actual orchestra?
No. So it's all software.
Yeah, it's all in software. It's just FL Studio.
Oh, Fruity Loops. I think that's.
Yeah, they used to call it that until I guess Kellogg's finally sued them.
Oh no, yeah.
Now it's FL Studio, but the logo is still a fruit, so it's everyone knows what it is, but it's FL Studio.
So is it different composing like music for horror than it is for anything else?
Well, the only short films that I've composed music for have been horror, so I really have no idea.
Well, you did the drama, the dramatic one.
I did the what?
The dramatic one, remember?
Oh, I did the bridge. I wrote that for a different reason, and then I fit it into the.
But you have music
piece.
things that are on.
Yeah, I have other music things on YouTube, and
really
I just
phenomenal
write.
stuff.
Thank you.
Well, this is not your first music video, is it?
No, I've made music videos before. Thank you.
Yes.
So who is this local artist?
Well, he's a guy, I've known him for many years, and I just ran into him on the streets, and I'd made a music video for him in the past, like 7 or 8 years ago, and we decided to make another music video.
Wow. So how is it making a music video? Because you don't have to adhere to like traditional like storytelling rules. You could just be abstract and make images and cut to someone singing in a random. Is it liberating? It's more freeing that way. Do you prefer that?
I found it really hard to edit because there was so much footage. So I took the philosophy of just shoot a lot, and it took a long time to edit. I'm not sure if that's the best approach.
Well, there are no rules. Music videos are great. Like you can tell a story or you cannot. It's a music video. It's got a mood, a tone. I like saying that a lot.
But you know what is a bit different is you have to share the creativeness with someone else. Because when you make a music video, they have, of course, ownership of it too. So you just can't do whatever you want. You have to like run it by someone, and there's some vetting that has to be done, and you have to make sure you get along with the person that you're filming, the person who owns the music. Otherwise, you guys aren't going to connect.
Oh my God, it sounds horrible. Yeah.
He sent me the song, then we got together for a beer, brainstormed some ideas. I threw a few out there. He didn't like them, and then we eventually came to what we ended up with. So it was an iterative process, but all done in one evening over a couple of beers.
What's happening in the end? What's the two, like the hand on her shoulder and the hand when she's sleeping? Is that representing something?
Yeah. So she's trying to escape the relationship, and he's trying to keep her from escaping.
I get it.
Oh wow.
And she's in a dream world, and he's in reality. Well, thank you for participating. Some of the footage was shot by Nancy, so I really appreciated that you helped out.
Yeah, Nancy!
Firstly, Vincent's my homie.
Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, okay, we go way back.
Is that woman cooking hot dogs on a rake?
Never had a rake dog before?
This is a pilot.
So well, that was a pilot, and so if I were to speak about the production, I would say it was totally fucked, and that I mean I made the best of what I could out of it. I mean there was like audio issues, like when I was like trying to upload it, and we had to scrape it out of the like data.
Did you edit this yourself?
Yeah, I produced it, edited it, casted it, read it, and directed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's good.
Thank you.
This is not your first film.
No, I'm a media producer. Like mostly as of a hobby. Like not to make a living.
It's great. It got a lot of laughs throughout.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was good. Vincent, and I appreciate your. I hope you liked it.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I
it's
liked
so
it a
good.
lot. And is there going to be more?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
How do you find time to do all these films?
I just have no girlfriend. I just have nothing to do. Just...
Gabriella, I thought I told you not to touch my stuff.
Whatever.
Just make movies. Just make movies. It's called OnlyFans. It's great. Where did you come up with this idea?
It was a challenge given to me by the cinematographer, Ani Panoshin, and she was like, "Oh, let's make." She saw a kid riding a bike And then she was like, I have an idea. And we're with the hookah bar. And she's like, I have this idea. I see this kid riding a bike, he had this little helmet on. And she's like, okay, Steve, this is my idea. This kid riding a bike with a helmet. Go. And then I was like, all right. And she's like, can you come up with something? I'm kind of high on hookah. She's like, you got this. So pretty much I came up with it took me a week to come up with the idea, and then we kind of bounced off some ideas. I found like a base. We bounced off some ideas, and I kind of closed it up, and this was the story. Gabriel's bird in it.
Hey, do you know where this is?
Oh, that place? Yeah, it's over there. They have nice sunsets.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Have you ever considered using the GoPros and mounting it on the bike and doing all these creative shots?
Funny story. So you know how we got those shots with the as our actress is biking? We had our friend Rick, one of our coworkers, who's a cinematographer in his own right, but he had a longboard. He's an LA guy.
Oh.
You know, so he brought a longboard with him.
Yeah.
I say, hey, we need some tracking shots. And he's like, all right, whatever you need, Steven. And then he just he was holding the camera. We're breaking all the bylaws, and she's skating along the street. You know, really good, very well too. And he was just catching all those shots. That was all him.
It's very
one guy, one skinny guy, and a longboard. That was it.
It goes to show. I knew someone did it with rollerblades one time, and they're
I would have loved that.
Yeah, until they fall. And
10, 15 minutes.
Always do this. Always.
What are you expecting me to do right now?
Be a father.
She never does this.
Where is your brain?
The burden that she carries is so multi-level. And was that on purpose? Did you want to communicate that? Because at the end she's with her parents and everybody's smiling, but her parents were fighting over her. But the fact that she was absent is what brought them together.
A child's world, the animal world for them is humongous. You know, their parents are titans. And they're all these gigantic, they can move the universe around, and it's scary for them, you know, sometimes, and they love them, but these giant creatures are are protectors and all that kind of stuff. And then you come to a situation where, like divorce, you know, and the whole world is breaking apart. And a lot of the time, the kids will carry the burden, saying, it was my fault, I should have been this, I should have been that. And then that's where you get the kind of rebellious stage that she's in, where she's kind of you know, whatever, this and that. But then just that moment was maybe maybe this could be what I could save, you know, my family.
I see. With.
And I want to be, because all she saw was the end of the relationship, but it's what was it at the beginning?
I see.
And maybe this could be the spark.